weather spout, but that happens in the tropics when the water is superheated. Some of the larger spouts may drop cargoes of small fish and marine life along the shoreline once they hit land, much to the delight of the local cat population. And waterspouts could range in a height from less than 100 feet to more than a mile, and they often move slowly. From 1 to 2 miles an hour, they've been known to move as quickly as 50 miles an hour. And occasionally, a tornado will pass from land onto water. At that point, the tornado is then classified as a waterspout as long as it remains over water. The waterspouts have a very short life normally, and once again, they usually die upon hitting land or simply dissipate at sea. For tonight, a variable sky. We've got some rain showers still on radar, but overnight we'll see a further development. It won't be a general rain, but just a here and there thing. And in a few spots, over the high ground especially, could see some sleet, soft hail, or even wet snow mix in, and that would hold through the morning into the afternoon hours of Wednesday. Low tonight, 38. That active wind could well inhibit frost tonight, but a chance in a few low-lying areas. A lot of clouds tomorrow. A windy day, a high headed towards 50. May not reach it, and lake effect conditions continuing. You could hear thunder near the lake, as AJ heard earlier. I guess his dad heard that up around Conneaut. Lows tomorrow night around 36. Frost threat Thursday morning and again Friday morning with generally clear skies and lighter winds. Sun and cloud mix Thursday, and then into the weekend, sunshine and gradually moderating.
So it's a happy ending.
Yeah, temporarily.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost as if we're putting socks in a roaster.
As Willis told us. Right.
Okay, thank you, Dick. Well, there is more of News Center 8 right after this. There is.
Gordon's asks, what's your fish wish?
I wish I could get fish that comes out of the microwave crunchy.
Make that a nice thick piece of fish that comes out crunchy.
Wish no more. Now there's Gordon's new microwave crunchy larger cut fillets. Fish this thick and moist with that great Gordon's crunch. The secret's our special crisping tray.
Now this is a meal I can sink my teeth into.
Try Gordon's new microwave crunchy larger cut fillets. If you've got a fish wish,
trust the Gordon's fisherman.
Get your free WGAR mug on Columbus Day at Thistledown. Fans who pay $2.25 admission Monday get a free thermal mug from Thistledown. Thistledown, Ohio's win place and show place.
It's freebie week at the incredible eyeglass factory. Why buy one pair of contact lenses somewhere else when you get two pair for $59.95 at the incredible eyeglass factory? Plus a $17.50 care kit free. Two pair of contacts and a care kit all for $59.95. It's a fact. This week you can get two pair of prescription eyeglasses for just $69.95 at the incredible eyeglass factory. Or select any regular priced frame and get tint, scratch, and UV coat free at $28.50 value free. Freebie week at the eyeglass factory. Call for details.
Nearly every day, State Senator Gary Dolnick does something most public officials don't. He goes to meet the people he represents. And this same hard work is what you get from Senator Dolnick in Columbus. Never missing a roll call vote, supporting 2 personal income tax cuts, increased funding for education, and passing legislation to help create jobs. The secret of his success?
What I hear right here gets put into action here.
Senator Gary Dolnick working hard for you.
The airport dumping case. What happened is alarming. What resulted is encouraging. Here's TVA President and General Manager David Whitaker with tonight's editorial.
Thankfully, there are state and federal laws to protect us against the dumping of hazardous materials. Unfortunately, there are those who, for profit or expediency or both, violate those laws, endangering our health in the process. At the time the News Center 8 I-Team first broke the story about how toxic chemicals had been illegally buried at Hopkins International Airport, the airport commissioner, Nick Bogus, denied it. Later, Bogus conceded a few barrels may have been dumped by mistake. Ultimately, investigators pulled up 148 barrels, and now a federal grand jury has indicted Mr. Bogus, who retired from his airport job during the investigation. We commend those involved in this probe, which to this point has been so vigorously pursued. We trust that the same will hold true for the remaining questions in our I-Team expose. Was it only airport waste that was dumped at Hopkins, and were there other dump sites as well? Finding those answers quickly is just as important as prosecuting those responsible.
That's our opinion, and we'd like yours. Please write TV8 Editorial, 5800 South Marginal Road, Cleveland.
Coming up on News Center 8 at 11, we are continuing to follow that investigation into the Northeast Ohio Area-Wide Coordinating Agency. And tonight we've received some new information giving us a better picture of what the probe is all about. We'll have details on News Center 8 at 11.
And that's our news at 6. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather is next.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. We hope to see you back here tonight at 11. Have a great evening.
This is what other muffler shops give you free with one of their brake jobs. And this is what Speedy gives you free with one of our brake jobs. 2 heavy-duty shocks installed. So now, whether you come to Speedy or go someplace else, all depends on which freebie you prefer. The Speedy Brake Special, a brake job for as low as $49.95 and 2 free shocks. More proof that at Speedy you're a somebody. 110% guaranteed.
If you missed U.S. Air's first nonstop to LaGuardia, catch the next one, or the next one, or the one after that. Here's another one.
Michael Dukakis promised not to raise taxes, but as governor, he imposed the largest tax increase in Massachusetts history. He promised jobs, but since 1984, Massachusetts lost 90,000 blue-collar jobs. He promised less spending, but spent at a greater rate per capita than any other governor in America. And now he wants to do for America what he's done for Massachusetts. America can't afford that risk.
Digging up dirt on the dead tomorrow afternoon at 4 on TVA.
This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting. Good evening. 5 weeks to Election Day, the night before what could be a critical Quayle-Benson joint appearance tomorrow night. And the CBS News New York Times poll out this evening indicates the race for the presidency may be getting at least somewhat tighter. Keeping in mind the continued volatility of the voters, our poll indicates 48% of those surveyed saying they'll vote for or lean to the Bush-Quayle ticket. And 46% of the more than 1,000 probable voters we polled the past 3 days say they favor the Dukakis-Benson ticket. This poll suggests that Bush running mate Quayle isn't helping Bush and may be hurting him. Case in point, Bush's margin over Dukakis was wider when we asked voters whom they would vote for if they were choosing only the president, not the vice president as well. Asked directly whether Quayle understands the complicated problems of the presidency, 40% said no. 13% said no when asked the same question about Benson. These are some of the reasons why there's a lot riding on tomorrow night's televised Quayle-Benson joint appearance in Omaha, Nebraska. Both vice presidential candidates headed for there today. Correspondent Jacqueline Adams begins our coverage.
A rousing pep rally in Washington sent Dan Quayle off today to his showdown with Lloyd Benson.
We are very, very proud of the job you're doing for this campaign. And we are very, very proud of the job we know you're going to do tomorrow night in Omaha.
Quayle has one overriding goal in the debate: to convince Americans that he's smart enough and mature enough to be a heartbeat away from the presidency.
I'm sure there'll be a few butterflies, but I am looking to this as a great opportunity. An opportunity to communicate with America.